Sometimes it is not the loudest person in the room who commands the most respect. It is the one whose silence feels like a calculated move. While the alpha is busy performing for an audience and the majority are seeking safety in the herd, the sigma male operates on a frequency that most people find deeply unsettling. People often mistake his detachment for coldness or his quietness for shyness. The truth is much more dangerous. They don't hate the sigma. They fear the depth of an intelligence that doesn't need their permission to exist. Even a sigma feels the weight of loneliness at times, but he refuses to let it dictate his worth or his direction. If you have ever felt like an outsider looking in, you aren't alone. You are likely operating with a level of insight that others simply cannot grasp. Stick with us until the end of this video for a few nuggets of wisdom that will change how you view your own power. We're going to reveal the specific psychological triggers that make a sigma's mind a weapon. By the end, you will understand exactly how to leverage your natural detachment to dominate environments that others find overwhelming. Number 7. He will leave you without warning or explanation the moment the value is gone. Many believe that a sigma is being impulsive or heartless when he walks away, but he is actually exercising the ultimate form of rational control. While an alpha might stay in a failing situation just to save face, the sigma male simply disables the sunk cost fallacy. He will leave a decade-long bond if it turns toxic. But once you prove your true value, he is the most loyal ally you will ever meet. He does not care about years spent if the current reality no longer serves the mission. This ability to cut dead weight instantly is his greatest asset. What others perceive as a lack of loyalty is actually a high-level mastery of his own resources. It frees him to seize high-yield opportunities while everyone else is still mourning a ghost. There is a specific reason why your silence makes people more uncomfortable than your words ever could. Number 6. He remains perfectly still while you are losing your mind. Many believe a sigma is being passive or intimidated when he refuses to argue, but he is actually utilizing contrast amplification. While the average man feels the need to shout to reclaim his status, the sigma male understands that noise is a sign of weakness. He watches, he waits. His silence acts as a spotlight. It forces the aggressor to sit in the discomfort of their own lack of control. By remaining a calm conductor in a room full of chaos, he breaks the power balance. He may appear cold in these moments, but once the storm passes and honesty is restored, he is the most grounded partner you can have. He lets opponents defeat themselves by appearing unhinged in the face of his absolute stillness.
What looks like indifference is actually a strategic vacuum that sucks the air out of an enemy's lungs. Comment below if you have ever used silence to win a fight. Number 5. He builds an unbreakable identity within the walls of his own isolation. They may seem lonely or socially stunted, but the sigma male has simply rejected the loneliness epidemic that plagues the masses. Even a sigma feels the sting of isolation, yet he views it as a forge rather than a prison. Ordinary people are terrified of their own thoughts, constantly seeking the noise of the crowd to feel alive. The sigma is different. He does not need your validation to function. He has transcended the human need to belong. This causes fear because he cannot be controlled through social exclusion. He is a social gravity well. Because he refuses to dilute his character for approval, he naturally attracts high-value connections who respect his raw, unfiltered autonomy. His perceived antisocial nature is actually the foundation of a psychological stability that most men will never achieve. Number 4. He reads your hidden intentions before you have even decided to act on them. Many believe he is just being cynical, but the Sigma male processes social environments with the surgical detachment of a forensic analyst. While others are distracted by fake smiles and rehearsed niceties, he is reading the room like a classified document. He may remain distant initially, but once he identifies a person of genuine character, he offers a level of insight and protection that is unmatched. He identifies vulnerabilities in seconds. He recognizes a hidden agenda before the words leave your mouth. This disrupts expectations because you cannot manipulate a man who sees the strings. He bypasses the social tax of pretending. He builds a lean, high-utility network based on cold reality rather than performance. His unfriendliness is actually an advanced filter that keeps the manipulative at a safe distance. Number 3, he identifies the trajectory of your failure months before you even reach the edge. Many believe he is simply lucky or pessimistic, but the Sigma male utilizes cross-domain intuitive synthesis to see what is hidden. While most people are blinded by the immediate emotions of a situation, he is linking unrelated data points. He watches your body language and compares it to your professional stability.
He operates with social omniscience. This causes fear because he possesses truths that exist deep beneath your conscious awareness. He predicts outcomes while others are still guessing. By the time a crisis hits, he has already moved his assets. He avoids the social and economic crashes of the year by positioning himself at the finish line while the crowd is still at the start. His distanced nature is actually a high-level observation post. Number 2, he punishes disrespect by simply removing himself from the equation. They may seem petty or avoidant, but the Sigma male treats his presence as a finite resource. Ordinary people beg for attention or stay in arguments to prove they are right. The Sigma does neither. He uses strategic withdrawal to create a psychological vacuum. Even a Sigma feels the urge to defend himself, but he knows his silence is a more potent weapon. He knows his value. He forces you to sit in the silence of his absence. This breaks the power balance because you realize you have no way to pull him back. Your leverage vanishes the moment he decides you are no longer worth his time. He reclaims his most valuable asset, his time, by making it a commodity you have to earn. What looks like a disappearing act is actually the ultimate exercise in self-worth. Number 1, he has systematically dismantled the part of himself that cares about your opinion. Many believe a Sigma is just cold or arrogant, but he has actually mastered the widening gap between stimulus and response. While the Alpha is a slave to his amygdala, reacting to every slight to protect his status, the Sigma male has overridden his fight or flight response. Even a Sigma feels the flash of anger, but he chooses to burn it as fuel for logic rather than letting it explode into a scene. He cannot be provoked. He cannot be insulted. He has already dismantled his own ego. This unnerves people because they see a man who is immune to social pressure. He operates from a reservoir of self-control that standard psychological models cannot measure. He maintains surgical detachment in high-pressure crises while others are melting down. His lack of emotion is actually the highest form of rational dominance. Share your thoughts on this level of detachment in the comments. The intelligence of a Sigma is not a social performance, it is a fortress. By mastering your detachment and refusing to play by the rules of the herd, you have become a variable that the world cannot calculate. Your strength is far too deep for the average person to disturb. Your ability to walk away, stay silent, and see the truth is exactly why they fear you. You are not just observing the game, you are the one who has decided the game is no longer worth playing. Nothing can ever take that inner clarity away from you. Trust your instincts, refine your solitude, and continue to operate from the shadows of your own self-mastery. The world wants you loud and predictable, but your power lies in being quiet and untouchable. Thank you so much for watching.